Pre-reading questions. What is the most spectacular building you have ever seen or visited? Did you like it? Why? Why not? How could you find out about a building before you visit it? List 3 methods. Guide to Thailand, Bangkok. The Grand Palace. Visitors from all around the world are truly amazed by the beauty and magnificence of the richly decorated buildings of the Grand Palace. Stunning, dazzling. Like a dream, it's a must. Comments like these appear repeatedly in online reviews written by visitors from every continent. The palace is one of the sights in Bangkok that every tourist should see. If you only have a little time in the city, make it your first destination. Facts about the palace. The Grand Palace stands majestically on the east bank of the Kheophra River. It is a complex of many buildings and the whole site measures more than 218,400 square m. It is surrounded by a protective wall which is 1,900 m long. There are 3 parts to the palace complex: the outer court, the central court and the inner court. History. The Grand Palace was built by King Rama I in 1782. At first it was a group of traditional wooden buildings which the king used for his residence and his administration offices. More buildings have been added gradually over the centuries. The Grand Palace is no longer the permanent home of the kings of Thailand, but many buildings are used for government offices, or for important occasions and ceremonies. The palace remains uniquely important to the people of Thailand. Architecture. Golden towers and colorful, steep roofs rise impressively above the palace walls. Architectural styles include Thai, within other features from China, Cambodia and Europe. King Rama I encouraged Thai culture and literature. He told his architects to decorate his palace walls lavishly with scenes from the Thai story, the Ramakien.
Tips from international visitors. Go by boat. The River Boat Express stops a short walk away. You get a great view of the palace from the river. Isabella, Argentina. Wear the right clothes. Shorts and sleeveless tops are not allowed. If you don't have the right clothes, there is a place where you can hire them for your visit, but it's better to have your own. Shuri, Sri Lanka. Take an umbrella. It will either pour with rain or the sun will burn you, so you'll need it whenever you go. Kira, UK. Plenty of water to drink. You'll be walking a lot and you'll get very hot. Meiling, China. Ignore the tricksters. They wait around for tourists and try to take them to some other place. They want your money. Walk on and don't stop. David, Scotland. A friendly man told us that the Grand Palace was closed. He said that he would take us to a palace that was open. He took us there, but afterwards he wanted us to buy expensive jewels from his friend's shop. Later, we found out that the jewels were fake and the Grand Palace wasn't closed at all. Dan, Canada. Don't forget. Your ticket also admits you to the Wyman McMansion Museum, which is near the Grand Palace. It's worth a visit. Tracy, USA.
There are many other buildings to see in the outer court and central court, including libraries and galleries, with murals showing historic events and battles. In the past, the inner court was the residence of the Queen, the royal children and their servants. It is not possible to visit this part of the palace. Listen and read. Jack, come on, Laura. Can't you walk a bit faster? Our bus leaves in 2 minutes. Laura, hang on a sec, that's my phone. I've got a text. Jack, don't read it now. Laura, but it might be important. Oh. It's from Robert in Kenya. Jack, can't you read it on the bus? Laura, he wants us to send him information about schools in the UK. Jack, you can email him later. Laura, yes, and I can tell him about our school. Jack, good idea. Send him some photos, too. Laura, he says he needs the information by the 25th. When's the 25th? Jack, it's next Tuesday, I think. Laura, he says, do we know there's a solar eclipse in Nairobi next week? Jack, he needs to tell the science team about that, not us. Laura, it's interesting though. Jack, when is our next team meeting, by the way? Laura, I think it's on Saturday afternoon. I'll check when we get on the bus. Jack, if we ever manage to catch the bus. Come on. Answer these questions. 1. How big is the site of the palace? 2. How long is the wall around it? 3. Who built the palace? 4. How many parts to the palace are there? 5. What is the palace used for in the present time? 6. Which architectural styles can you see in the buildings? Administration. Admit. Adorn. Architects. Canteen. Central. Centuries. Ceremony. Comment. Complex. Continent. Court. Dazzling. Majestically. Mansion. Measure. Measures. Murals. Occasions. Office. Outer. Palace. Permanent. Plenty. Protective. Remarkable. Decorated. Destination. Eclipse. Encouraged. Equipment. Faked. Facilities. Fake. Features. Galleries. Government. gradually, grounds, higher, repeatedly, residence, roofs, royal, scenes, science lab, site, sleeveless, spectacular, sports hall, stage, steep, stunning, style. Ignore, impressively, including, inner, jewels, lavishly, literature, magnificence, surrounded, technology, terrace, traditional, trickster, uniform, uniquely, within,